Okay, welcome. Today we're going to work on creating a clickable ad that you can put on Craigslist, Backpage, any ad listing site that you would like to open this ad up on. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start first by opening up Google Chrome. I like to use Google Chrome. It's a little safer. You don't get spam, etc. Alright, we're going to click on the Images tab. On the Images, I'm going to type in, I'm making a job ad, okay? So we're going to type looking for a job. And it's going to pop up with pictures. Alright, we're going to pick a nice picture. For the sake of picking, I'm going to go with this photo here. I like these little guys. Okay, I'm going to click View Original Image. Now we're going to go up and click Save Image As. Job Search 1 in my Downloads folder. Just make sure you know where you saved your image. Okay, now we're going to come out of there and go and open up Microsoft PowerPoint. I like to use PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do is open a new document. Blank presentation, create. Alright, now I'm going to come up here to the top and I'm going to insert that photograph. Alright, so we're going to click there, go to the folder. We have it stored in. File name, job search, and voila, there's our photo. Okay. So now the thing that I like the most about PowerPoint is you're able to freely edit your photos. So you can make it larger by simply a simple click. And it keeps the image nice and crisp. Alright. So now we have that. I think that's big enough. Alright. What I want to do now is basically put in an incentive or maybe a call to action. Alright. So to do that, we're going to come up to insert. And now I want to add some letters to this ad. So I'm going to click on text box. I'm going to drag my text box out. Okay. And now I'm basically going to put now hiring serious inquiries only. Make $1,000 weekly. Start making money today. Okay, and now I'm going to take that and I'm going to change the font because I want it to stand out a little bit more. And you can just basically go up to your fonts list and you can scroll down and see how the different fonts are going to look on your ad. Okay, I like to use the impact font simply because it's bold, it stands out, but it's not obnoxiously bold. Okay. So we have that there. We now have our heading. Okay, I'm going to center that because of just the layout of this photograph. But what I want to do is I want to put inviting letters. You know, black is not very inviting. It doesn't catch the eye. So first, I'm going to make this font just a little bit bigger. Okay, I think the 20 is okay. There we go. I'm going to use the 28 font. All right, and now I want to come in and possibly two colors that normally catch people's eyes are blue and red. For the sake of this ad, I'm going to use the red. Okay. So I'm going to slide that up a little bit just so it doesn't interfere with the image and take away from it. All right. You see, we got our little guys all up on the image there. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is put in an incentive outside of us saying this is what we have, what we expect, serious inquiries, and a little bit of our claim. Okay. The next thing I want to do is come back to my format. I'm going to give these letters an outline, just to add a little more pop to the letters. I'm going to give them a bright outline. I'm going to select that yellow. Okay, now we have that yellow outline. I'm going to come back over to insert, and I'm going to grab that text box again. So down here, I basically want to put in something more that may grab this person viewing this ad. Alright, so I'm going to throw a text box here. And I'm going to say, let's throw a bullet in. Let's get kind of, let's get a little fancy on them. Alright, let's get some check marks. So we're going to throw in, make 50 to 75K annual a year. Let's just say a year. Per year. Some people say, I don't want to tell people about that much money, but I don't want to attract anybody that shoots for anything less, or Alright, so next we're gonna go with benefits. This ad has benefits, so let's say over $150,000 in benefits. Next is start making money today. All right. Okay, so now we have a little bit of catchiness. Okay. Oh, no, gotta put some urgency in it, right? Spots are filling fast. Sense of urgency. All right, so now we have this. Let's go ahead and match that up. Let's get our font correct. Impact. Now we may want to make this font just a little smaller so it doesn't take away from the top. Okay, so let's go with a 24. I think that looks good. Keeps up with the symmetry of the ad. I'm gonna go ahead and make that red by going here. Then I'm gonna click on that format and let's give that a yellow outline as well. Okay. All right. So let's draw some attention to that ad. All right. So the next thing I want to do is, now that I have my headline, my call to action, I want to give them a means of initiating their action. So I'm going to come up to insert, and I'm going to go to shapes, and I'm going to make a button for everybody that views this ad to be able to click to find out more information. So I'm just going to take my button nice and big and throw it right down here. Now for my button, I'm going to add some text to it. Why? Because I want people to take action. I want you to take action now. Click here to apply. Pow. Remember, we're creating a clickable ad, okay? So you want people clicking this ad and not going to the reply button on Craigslist. So once again, we have the ability to customize our text. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and select that. Okay, and we had a little box pop up here, but I'm gonna go into my home tab, and I want those letters to be white, but I also want them to be a little bit bigger. Take action now. Click here. Too big, right? There we go. I'll stick with that. Now let's give those a bold font. All right. And if you want, you throw a little shadow under it, make it a little fancy, right? All right. So now we have our ad created. What we're gonna do is we're gonna click on File, Save As. And you want to be very cognizant of what you're doing. We're gonna call this Jobs People, just so we remember where it is. We're gonna save it to Documents, but now we're gonna go to Save As Type. And we're going to save this as a JPEG file interchange format. Turns it into a picture that's able to be read by any type of photo uploader that we're going to go to next, okay? So now we're going to leave that ad as is. We're going to come back to the internet. We're going to use something like Flickr. I like Flickr. Flickr's pretty user-friendly, so we're going to go over to flickr.com. If you don't have a Flickr account, Flickr accounts are great when you're trying to create a clickable ad, okay? They generate the HTML code that we're going to need to post this ad. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. You guys go ahead and sign up if you don't have it. And I use Google, so I'm going to sign in with Google. You can sign in with your Facebook account. It's very user-friendly. It's pretty easy, all right? So I'm going to sign in. And if you don't have your site double protected, I suggest it just to keep the the perusers out, okay? You'll know anytime somebody tries to access your account. And just give me 1 second. Let me pull up my passcode that just came through. Alright. See that? They get tricky on you sometimes. Alright. And where do we go? Okay, it didn't send me one. So now I have to go back in and I'm gonna get a telephone call from them. There we go. Send me a text message. There it is. Give me 1 second while I get my passcode. Okay, so now I have that code in there. I now have access to my Flickr account. Alright, so that should have given you all a good chance to get some things set up. Alright, now what we're going to do is we want to grab that image. So we're going to go up here to upload. We're going to come down here to choose video, photos and videos. We're going to click that. And we save that in the documents folder. Okay, so I saved that as jobs people. I'm going to hit enter. You'll see the photo pop up right here in the screen. We're going to go right up here in the right hand corner and hit upload one photo. Next, we're going to click upload the photo stream. Okay. As you can see here, I have some different ads and things that I've done that I use for my ad section. Okay. Alright, and if you're interested in having an ad made, you can contact me. Alright, I'll give you my contact info later. So now we're going to click on this ad here, jobs people. It opens up large. You can see your ad now. You now have this image. So we're going to go up here to share, and we're going to go grab the HTML BBC code. So we're going to click in this box one time. And you can set the size. You can adjust the size of it here. Make your ad different sizes. I always just stick with medium. And I'm going to copy that. So I'm going to click, right click, copy. Okay, so now we have our image. I'm going to go ahead and log into Craigslist. Okay, and let's pick somewhere to post for the sake of posting. I want to post in we're going to post the classifieds. Can I have no idea what that is, so we're going to go back to Craigslist USA, and I'm here in Maryland, so I'm going to post in Annapolis. Alright, we're going to come down to jobs, sales and business, and I'm going to go up here to post. I'm going to come down here to sales jobs, hit enter. Now I'm just going to add my title. Now hiring, make $1,000 weekly. Start making money today. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is show my email address, just to keep the Craigslist robot off your back, okay? Next, we're just going to simply right-click and paste that code in here. Now, what this just did was it inserted our image and made it clickable. So if you want to add words to it, we'll take that out, but you pretty much don't have any words you need. But for the sake of showing you, let's say serious inquiries only. Alright. Spots are filling fast. Okay. Now we're going to enter twice, and we're now going to paste. So right click again, paste. Down in compensation, always be as clear as you can. I'm going to go with 200 to 1,200 weekly. Okay, going to come down here, we're going to click part-time. We're going to click phone calls, okay to you about this job, and okay to highlight this opening. So what I want to do is I'm going to move forward to show you that your ad now shows up. You now have a clickable ad, but that's not where we're going to stop, because if I click here, it just took me back to your Flickr account. Alright, so we got to go back, and we have one small step that we need to change. So we're going to go back to that code. Now I'm going to enlarge my screen for you. And if you see here, after your ahref, we're going to come right here to where www is, and we're going to erase everything down to that quotation mark. We're going to leave the quotation mark there, okay? Now we're going to take it and we're going to put in wherever we want these people to go when they click on this ad. So for me, I have a capture page set up, so I want these people to go here. Okay, that's where I want my people to go when they click on my ad. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that and continue, and you still see that our ad is still there, but the only difference now is our ad is now forwarding to where I want it to go. Okay, And as you see here, this is what's called a capture page. Capture pages are awesome for any type of business. If you're interested in learning about capture pages, I'll leave my link at the end of this video, and we can, basically show you how to go about how a capture page works. And that's a free training I give you as a result of viewing my capture page with my job. Okay. So now we're going to come down here. We're going to click continue. Wow. And for some reason, let's change the heading. Craigslist has gotten pretty smart. Alright, so let's change that to that. I like that heading a little bit better. Alright, let's take out that writing. Now let's post that ad. Okay. Come on down. Okay. All right. So let's redirect. Alrighty. Now let's see. There we go. Ad is posted. So sometimes you have to be careful with posting your capture pages you saw on there. But now I'm going to show you where this ad is going to take you. Okay. So although I was not able to get my capture page in, this is a lesson in just basically switching up on Craigslist. I'm going to click here to take action now. All right. So now when this person clicks this, they're forwarded to my website. Okay. My professional website also has a job section. Looking for a job, click here. So now when they click there, they are forwarded to my capture page. I have another capture page set up where these people can now fill out the same, takes them to the same place. All right. So basically just showing you how you can use a clickable ad to reroute people to wherever you want them to go, get them to take some sort of action now. The beauty of that capture page is that I know when people look at the information, it obtains their information, and I'm able to move forward with following up with my leads. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you the link for our training program in which we learn these neat little tricks. Okay, it's going to be leadmasterybootcamp.com. all right, and if you want to take a look at my capture page, it's going to be http://cc4r6. okay, you can go there and take a look at the capture page and see how it's set up, and get yourself some free training for going to look. So once again, I'd like to thank you for taking your time to view this video, and we are officially done. Take care.